Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the RotoBaller Radio Waiver Wire Series, your fantasy baseball waiver wire show as we take a look at some pitchers available on the waiver wire for Week 17, the week beginning August 1st. Folks, don't forget, head over to rotoballer.com right now. Baseball the rest of the way, NBA, MMA, esports, NASCAR, PGA, sports betting, DFS or season long, rotoballer.com has it for you. And guys, don't forget, along with that, don't forget to sign up for RotoBaller's NFL Premium Pass. The Premium Draft Kit includes 15 exclusive tools, including the new Team Sync platform. Import your fantasy team, sync your league settings, and get custom advice. Get customized rankings, projections, and cheat sheets for all formats. For a limited time, get your NFL Premium Pass for 50% off and use my code ACES for an extra 10% discount. Visit rotoballer.com. Start rotoballing like a boss. All right, everybody. Fantasy baseball August 1st is here. 2 months, home stretch. Hopefully you've already watched a hitter waiver wire video. If you didn't finish this, go check that out as well. Make sure you like and subscribe right here to the RotoBaller YouTube channel also. And download the app. It's free. Get all the same great content you get at rotoballer.com. But on your phone, in your hand, while you're sitting on the toilet, wherever it is you're doing, you get to read all the great content from rotoballer.com. All right, some pitchers available on the waiver wire, and this is going to be interesting now, right? Because I'm recording this July 30th, Saturday morning. A lot can change over the next couple of days, right? We just got the news. Luis Castillo traded from the Reds to Seattle Mariners yesterday, so a lot's going to happen over the next couple of days. Things can change. Closers can be moved into setup roles, and new closers can be elevated, and all sorts of fun stuff. So we have some relievers, a little reliever heavy today. A couple of starters to be mindful of as well for the week beginning August 1st. Again, Yahoo roster percentages is my sounding board here. Try to keep it at or below 40%. And my number one pitcher ad of the week is Brady Singer of the Kansas City Royals, 36% rostered. Okay, his last start against the New York Yankees completely dominated them. 7 innings, 10 Ks, no earned runs. Okay, over his last 13 innings pitched, he's got 22 strikeouts and an ERA of 0.69. It's a K per 9 rate of 15.2. His whip, like I said, his ERA 0.69. His whip 0.54. On the season now, Brady Singer has 91 strikeouts and 84 and 2/3 innings. So over 9.5 Ks per 9 innings. His ERA is 3.51 and his expected ERA is 3.57. Whip of 1.13 and a batting average against of 2.39. I watched that game against the Yankees the other night. He completely manhandled them. Okay, that's not my normal anti-Yankee fun. He was just dominant. Royals lost the game in the ninth. Bullpen gave up a home run to Aaron Judge. But nonetheless, Singer looked fantastic. His next start, August 2nd, against the Chicago White Sox. He's only 36% rostered. Number 2, one of the hottest pitchers in baseball, Cole Irvin of the Oakland Athletics. 42% rostered. Big jump. Just a couple of days ago, it was about 36%, I believe, or 39%. So he's gone up a little bit, okay? Over his last 5 starts, and those 5 starts aren't against, bottom feeder teams. Over his last 5 starts, since July 4th, okay, 3 starts against the Astros, 1 against the Blue Jays, and 1 against the Texas Rangers. He has given up only 7 earned runs in 34 innings pitched with 22 strikeouts, okay? Against Houston, he's allowed only 5 earned runs in 19 innings pitched. He's faced them 3 of the last 5 times and handled them each and every time, okay? On the season now, Cole Irvin has an ERA of 3.05, a whip of 1.04, and a batting average against of 227. Now, not a lot of strikeouts. Only 74 Ks and 109 in a third innings. It's about a little over 6 Ks per 9. Over his last 14 innings, which spans one of the starts against Houston, or might be both against Houston, in fact, 12 strikeouts in 14 innings pitched. 7.7 Ks per 9, of an ERA of 1.93 and a whip of 0.64. He has been fantastic since the 4th of July. Okay, his next start is one I like, especially with Trout out of the lineup, August 3rd against the Los Angeles Angels. Both of those pitchers, Singer and Irvin, are high on my list as waiver wire ads. And third on my list, also pitching fantastic from the Angels, Reed Detmers, 22% rostered. On this season now, Reed Detmers, remember, he threw a no-hitter early, went down, now he's back up. 63 strikeouts in his last 75 innings. 7.5 Ks per 9. Much higher number in his minor leagues. Major league level, not getting as many Ks. His ERA is 3.84. His expected ERA is 4.29. His whip is exceptional at 1.07. Batting average against is only 197. Lowest batting average against of any of the starters I mentioned here today. Okay? Now, he starts Sunday, tomorrow, July 31st, the day you're probably watching this show. Okay? See how he does against Texas. If he bombs, you lower your fab. If he pitches well, it may be even a little harder to get him. He goes July the 31st, Sunday the 31st against Texas. And then after that, if my calculations are correct, it'll be August 7th against the Seattle Mariners. So Seattle, tough matchup as they're in wild card positioning and if they've added to their rotation. In 2 of his last 3 starts, he's allowed no earned runs. Okay, 17 innings in his last 3 starts, 2 earned, 19 Ks total. And that's against Baltimore, Houston, and Atlanta. 2 of those 3 starts were shutout starts. 1 he gave up the 2 runs, but 19 Ks, 17 innings in his last 3 starts against Baltimore, red hot. Houston's a fantastic team, and so is Atlanta. So Reed Detmers pitching really well right now for the Los Angeles Angels. Singer, Irvin, Detmers. If you prefer the strikeouts, if you need the strikeouts, you may want to put Detmers ahead of Cole Irvin, okay? All right, problem with all 3 of those starting pitchers, though, not a lot of wins coming Kansas City, Oakland, or the Angels' way. Now, bullpen, let's talk. Who knows who's going to get moved, right? We kind of figured Dave Robertson will move. Bednar will move with Pittsburgh. Other relievers, closers may move. You don't know, all right? So a couple of pitchers pitching fantastic. Felix Bautista of the Baltimore Orioles. Now, Lopez may not get moved, right? Because Baltimore suddenly made themselves relevant. Either way, Bautista at 22% rostered. If you're in a weekly setting, a daily setting, should be on your team and rostered and in your lineup because he's been dominant. Terrific strikeout rate. On the season now, 55 strikeouts in 42 innings pitched. 11 strikeouts in his last 5 1/3. Okay? ERA over the last 2 weeks is 0. ERA on the season is only 1.50. Batting average against is 161. And he has sprinkled in 3 saves. Now, who knows what Baltimore does, right? Can Baltimore stay competitive and also move some veteran pieces? Because if they think they can do that, Lopez can be traded, Bautista elevated to the closer role in Baltimore. So be mindful of it. But either way, I like Bautista, especially in a lineup where I could set daily, move my starters in and out, and keep a reliever like Bautista in my lineup. AJ Puck, I've mentioned him every week. He's kind of getting more and more of a ninth inning role in Oakland. Still only 12% rostered. He's up to 2 saves on the season now. Batting average against is only 209. Okay, not as good as Bautista, which is 161, but still very good. AJ Puck with 44 strikeouts in 42 1/3 innings this season and an ERA of 2.13. In his last 5 innings pitched, he has not given up an earned run. His whip on the season is 0.94. In my opinion, it's just crazy to me at this point that Oakland doesn't give him the closer job fully and say, go with it, let's see what we got with AJ Puck in the back of the bullpen. Now, I mentioned David Bednar potentially being traded by Pittsburgh. It makes sense for them to do that. If that's the case, Yerry De Los Santos of Pittsburgh could be next in line for whatever save opportunities comes the Pirates' way. He's only 2% rostered, 22 strikeouts on the year in 20 2/3 innings with an ERA of 3.05 and a batting average against of 208. He does have 3 saves on the season. And in Chicago, if Dave Robertson, as expected, gets moved, okay, he's Scott Efros of the Chicago Cubs could be next in line to get saves for the Cubbies. He's got 50 strikeouts in 44 innings pitched this year. He's got an ERA of 2.66, a whip of 107, and a batting average against of 220. Over his last 14 days, Efros has not given up an earned run in 5 1/3 innings pitched. All right? Starting pitchers, Singer, Detmers, Irvin. Add whoever fits your needs. Closers, Bautista, Puck, De Los Santos, Efros. Some dominant middle relievers who could be promoted to closer as we approach the Major League Baseball trade deadline. All right, everybody, go to RotoBaller, sign up, use the promo code ACES, like and subscribe right here to the YouTube channel. Download the app. Follow me on Twitter at Aniano Fantasy. If you haven't watched the Hitter Waiver Wire video, make sure you do that as well. A ton of football videos coming out as well, so make sure you check those out if you play fantasy football. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Work that waiver wire. Enjoy August 1st. Summer's moving right along here. And we'll see you next time right here on RotoBaller Radio. Have a good one, folks.